Took 32 years, but Raleigh police now say they know the man who raped a 73-year-old woman inside her home. Like so many other survivors, that woman's rape kit went untested for decades. A backlog the Wake County DA is calling unacceptable. WRAL's Joe Fisher, the only reporter in the courtroom today. He joins us live outside now with the details. What happened, Joe?
Dan, today a judge doubled the bond to $1 million for Deandre Smith. Prosecutors in this case say they have very solid DNA evidence, but Smith calls the charges against him ridiculous.
Deandre Smith
Facing 2 life sentences for the rape of a 73-year-old woman, Deandre Smith denies his involvement.
My case is ridiculous. I was 19 years old, sir. This mess was some ridiculous stuff, talking about some DNA.
Raleigh police say in 1990, Smith, then 19 years old, broke into a home on South State Street, demanded money, and raped the elderly woman. Records show Smith, now 51, has racked up 23 charges over the years, including 7 felony convictions.
This is all like over women.
Police say DNA from an untested rape kit links Smith to the crime. Since the Survivor Act was passed in 2019, law enforcement have identified more than 11,000 kits for testing. It's been more than 3 years, and still 2,500 kits are untested.
There is just such a delay in the testing of these kits at the state crime lab.
Wake County District Attorney Lauren Freeman says it's taking about 1.5 years to test a single rape kit. She calls the turnaround times unacceptable, but credits the testing with solving cold cases. There's been 10 arrests in Raleigh, 15 in Durham, and 7 other arrests across central North Carolina. In Raleigh, a backlog of more than 1,000 kits has been lowered to 327.
Anytime that we can bring justice to sexual assault victims, even decades after the fact, it's really important for us to be able to do this.
And it costs about $1,200 to test every single one of these kits. The Attorney General's office tells me that $15 million in funding has been dedicated to this effort, and that should be enough to clear the backlog entirely by the end of this year or early 2024. Dan?
All right. Joe Fisher, live for us in Raleigh. Thanks, Joe.